Do you have your tickets to the gun show? So then on my left arm, I have an entire ocean. So this whole sleeve was done quite a long time ago. If I could have done it over again, I probably would have done, I would have outlined the whole entire arm and then done shading and then done color, of course. This whole entire arm was stitched together. The reason why I got a ton of ocean stuff on my left arm is because I am definitely afraid of the ocean. Not only am I afraid of the ocean, I'm quite fascinated by the ocean. I believe there's only about 5% of the ocean that's actually been discovered. So there's so many things about the ocean that we don't know about. So for me, that's really fascinating and it's scary at the same time. And I like that scared, thrilled kind of feeling, you know what I mean? So we have the ocean on my left arm, and on the right arm, we have my tribute to Alaska. I don't know how many people know, I do talk about it quite a bit, but I am from Alaska and I wanted to pay tribute to that. So over here we have, we've got some Alaskan flowers right here. Oh, there we go. We've got some Alaskan flowers right here, and then we have like a little Alaskan rodent, I believe it's called a pika. Pretty flowers, really love these. Around the little rodent, we have some Alaskan forget-me-nots, which is the Alaskan state flower. Then right below the forget-me-nots, we've got like a lady head with a wolf. Further down my arm, we have a crow. And crows are generally black, but I really love the color blue, so I just asked for the crow to be blue. Moving down, I have my hands tattooed as well. So both of the top of my hands are tattooed. I have an Eskimo lady face on my Alaskan sleeved arm, and then on my ocean sleeved arm, I have a mermaid. So remember that whole skin thing I was talking about, how my skin got infected and I was allergic and blah, 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 blah. So basically I did not know that it was Sharpie specifically that I was allergic to. My artist, again, free-handed on these pieces on the tops of my hands. It's not the artist's fault in any way. It's just something that I was allergic to that I didn't know. It usually takes about 2 weeks for your skin to start healing after getting a tattoo. And my skin wasn't really healing, actually. It was really crazy. I had already been tattooed quite a bit, so I knew what to expect. And it was freaking me out because basically it started to scab and I was like, great, it's healing. And then the scab would fall off or peel off and there'd be no like new skin regenerated underneath it. It would just be open, it'd be an open wound. So my skin wasn't regenerating and healing. And also with that, where the lines were all over my hands, there was just pus all through the lines. And I was very upset. It hurt very much, especially since I do hair for a living. And back then when I got the tops of my hands tattooed, I was working 5 days a week in a salon, in and out of shampoo bowls, and in and out of gloves, in and out of color. So it was very hard for me. And for a while, I actually thought that I had an allergy to latex gloves. I thought it was the gloves that I was using at work while coloring people's hair. But it wasn't. So I actually had to go to the doctor and get antibiotics to help heal this spot up here and my hands. And when my traps, when the tattoos on my traps were healing, I couldn't wear a bra for up to a month. And my traps, they took a lot longer to heal than my hands. So it sucked. It sucked a lot, real bad. So let's move on to my back. I only have one memorial piece of someone who's passed away. And when this person passed away, the first thing I thought of was, I'm getting a tattoo to remember this person forever. This person that I have a memorial tattoo of happened to be my boyfriend at the time. And we were together for almost 5 years. It was a very sad, sudden death. I've never lost a family member, but I definitely have lost like a partner. And I can only imagine how different that feels to lose a family member. And I don't know how that feels, but I would imagine it sucks. All of it sucks. Death sucks, you know? So yeah, when that happened, I got a memorial tattoo to remember him, and I love him and I'll always love him, and he's in a better place right now and he isn't suffering or anything like that. And on this side of my shoulder, I've got a beautiful lady face. Again, just a piece that I really liked. It was done by Dustin Kendig at Ronan Living Art Tattoo Studio in Portland, Oregon. So a few more tattoos that I do have on my hands are my thumb. If I could just get it. There we go. I have my thumb tattooed. I've got like a tiny little bow on it. I thought it was cute. Why the hell not? And I also have a Kevin Smith / Clerks / Lord of the Rings movie tattoo reference also on my fingers. And it says, let's get there. It says, "One ring to rule them all." So if you love Kevin Smith, if you love Clerks, if you love Lord of the Rings, you'll know exactly what that means. Moving on. So on my back, it was one of the first tattoos that I actually got when I was about 19, almost 20. I moved to Phoenix and I got tattooed upstairs from where I was living. It was a couple guys that lived up there, and I would go upstairs and I would like smoke cigarettes and like chill or whatever, and they had their tattoo artist friend come over, and they asked me what kind of tattoo I wanted, and I got a big pirate ship on the center of my back. Do I regret it? Kind of, yeah. Yeah. I regret it because I probably could have gotten a super dope, complete back piece. So I don't really want to like try and remove it now because I have other tattoos on my back now. But I'm happy with it. It's fine. Like at first it was just line work, and then later I had a tattoo artist go in and fill it. He relined it, he put color in it, shading, so it looks a lot better now. So underneath here I've got a moth tattoo. You know what I see a lot, it's very, very cliche, but a lot of girls tend to get a moth or butterfly tattooed underneath here, probably for the same exact reason why I got it there too. A moth and a butterfly actually just looks really nice there. It's aesthetically pleasing. It frames your torso quite nicely. Let me say, it hurt so bad. It was definitely one of the more painful tattoos that I've gotten. My next tattoo is a Japanese fan on my right hip, and when I got it tattooed, I had originally planned to have the same exact one duplicated onto my left hip, but that never happened. Your ideas change, and sometimes other things happen. And sometimes you start jumping around other parts of your body to get tattooed instead. And I feel like that's kind of what happened to me. I love Japanese traditional style-wise, and I'm actually quite fascinated with Japan. Also, I took Japanese in high school for a couple of years. I really like the art, so easily a Japanese fan was pretty right on my hip. On my left outer butt cheek, outer hip area, I guess you could say that, I have a geisha holding an umbrella, holding a parrot. Don't ask me, I love birds. If you know me, you know how much I post about birds, and I grew up mostly with parakeets and cockatiels, so I love them. Right below that piece, I have my most favorite tattoo of all time, and it's a Chucky piece. I love horror movies. I grew up watching a ton of horror movies. I'm actually surprised I don't have more horror movie tattoos on my body, actually. Again, with the child memory movie references for my tattoos, Child's Play is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's one of my all-time favorite trilogies, and however more, because I think there's like 5 or 6 movies off of that franchise. My favorite one out of all of them, though, is Bride of Chucky, because they introduced Jennifer Tilly, and I really like Jennifer Tilly. And it's also the one where they reintroduced Chucky back and his face is like stapled and sewn all back together. So that is the piece that I have on my outer left thigh. It's a piece done by Dustin Kendig. Hands down my favorite tattoo. I don't know if I will get another tattoo that I love more than that tattoo, honestly. On the top of my left thigh, I've got another lady head, and on the top of my right leg, I also have another lady head, and they're both done by the same artist. All right, so in this clip, it's gonna look a little different because I forgot to include my butt tattoo. So here it is. So this particular tattoo on my right butt cheek was done by Joseph Hefts, and it was at the Golden State Tattoo Expo. And this jellyfish tattoo on my butt was done in 2017. It was such a treat being tattooed by Joseph. I love him and Michelle so much, and they are so very busy, so I feel extremely humbled to have artwork from Joseph. On my outer right thigh, I've got a huge Black Panther tattoo, and it's very traditional. A lot of my tattoos are traditional because I do love traditional tattoos. And the big Black Panther is actually covering one of my very first tattoos. It was horribly done, and it was actually Jason Voorhees hockey mask. That is my only real cover-up tattoo, actually. Next to that, I have a unicorn with a gold tooth.